My bad, though. Since you have that right here.
Peter Hilla in the house.
Oh, Lord. I have to go back. Then I gotta. That's okay. That's okay. Then I gotta go back to my house. Or wait, my new one next door. Can't wait. Love it.
A little bit. Hi, guys.
Oh,
A few more minutes here. So everyone who's on the call, thank you all for being here early. Are you guys my agents? Are you sure? I love it.
Hey, what's going on in that beautiful office behind you?
Haley took it over. I moved in.
I love it.
It's really warm in this office, Andy.
Wow. For those of you on the call today, I would love, if you're able and dressed, to have your videos on. It makes the team meetings more fun. It makes the masterminds more fun.
And I'm still learning who everybody is, so I need your photo. And you guys don't have to have a mask on, so then I can really tell who you are. Of course, I'll just look at your eyes so that I can tell by your eyes when you come in.
Hey, if you guys want me to take the iPad down to the beach here, I can walk down and let you see that too.
Oh, you and Jordan, get out of here. Jordan's in Florida right now too,
Yeah,
people.
we should have
Aren't you
required her.
jealous?
We should have required her to log in to see if she's still
She
sleeping.
said she might pop in. Just
She's
say hi.
sleeping. Let's be real.
All right, you guys, one more minute. I am just so happy. 26, 27. The number just keeps growing and it's not even 9 o'clock yet. I might have to do more than 2 coffee cards.
Nice.
I love it. Well, if we can, 30. I'm going to do 3 coffee cards today. All right. Do we have Mr. Todd Haig on the call yet?
I talked to him a little while ago on our morning call. Was he going to be on?
He is. He's actually talking about a year in review for 2020.
It's gonna be a big deal.
It is a big
Good.
deal.
All right, you guys. Well, we are at 9 o'clock sharp. So I am
Let's roll. Come on, Heather, let's roll.
I'm going to take a picture of everybody because I can't. Write this. We're going to go that.
Oh, of who's on?
Yeah.
Good Lord.
And then I'll announce our coffee winners. All right, you guys, how's everyone doing?
Very good. Thanks, Heather, for organizing this meeting.
Of course, with the help of my awesome team. All right, well, happy 2021, and thank you guys all so much for joining us this morning. Who's loving the 9 o'clock start time?
I do.
I do.
I
Let's
think
use
that's a
some
smart
woo-woo.
idea. Smart idea.
Let's get our energy up.
Who was paid to be on this call?
Yeah.
Only you, Andy. Only you.
All right.
Andy, are those the waves crashing that I hear behind you there?
I'm looking to the right and I see nothing but blue sky, palm
working
trees,
hard.
and the ocean.
We've got 2 Highland team members down there in Florida with you. I think they're across. the
Yeah. Oh, Megan and Andy are
Yep.
down there too, and Jordan and Andy.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I'm jealous.
Exactly.
I'm jealous. Well, while we are waiting for Todd to come on, we are going to be continuing with the 9 o'clock start times. Do you want to kind of talk on that a little bit?
We are. So what we'll be doing is, and we're setting up a whole schedule of how we're going to do these 9 o'clocks, and we're really hoping to continue. Right now, we're at 44, guys. So that is awesome. Where I was at, we were doing these. We'd kind of moved them to the 9 o'clock, and we found a better turnout. My guess is, as agents, you guys are up early, ready to start your day. And so if we can get you in the morning, get you some good tools to get you going for the day and set your week off, then we can run that way. So we are going to continue with the 9 o'clocks, again, on every Tuesday. And they'll be loaded and packed with lots of good takeaway information and a lot of information for you guys to, share in with us as well. We like them to be interactive. So that is awesome. And I was just going to text our buddy, but looks like we've got Todd on. So we are going to let him kick off.
Excellent.
We're at 47, guys. So keep on joining. This is awesome. Thank you.
How many do we have?
7.
47.
Yes.
I bet we'll hit 50.
I bet we do.
Love it.
All right. Heather, do you want me to start off or should we give it a couple more minutes?
Yeah, why don't you go ahead and get us started?
We are ready.
Okay. Well, here we are, 2021. And as we know, 2020 probably did not go exactly according to plan.
Oh,
Could we
Well,
all
there's a-
agree? But isn't life kind of like that as well? All in all, though, what ends well, is all good. So I'm going to kind of run through kind of a sequence of events and go through how we ended up. And you can kind of look at that and say, okay, well, did my year end up similar to that or not? So January 2020, we just closed out a record year at Roseville. 2019 was a record year for us in every production category, including the most important one, and that's gross commission income. It also was a record year for us for profit share. And those are the 2 things that we want to see all of you doing really well at as well. So we close out 2019, then comes January, and we set records again, year over year, month over month records for January. February, we roll into February, we go down to Dallas for family reunion. It was a fantastic in-person family reunion. Just had a great time down there. But we're starting to hear more and more about the pandemic and what's to come. And so March comes along, we step right into the pandemic, schools get closed down, and we get a stay-at-home order from the governor right at the end of the month. And that came with a bit of angst and concern because we didn't know exactly what that was going to look like. You know, are we going to be essential or not? Are we going to be able to continue doing work? And had we not been essential, then we would have gotten a stay-at-home order like realtors did in many other states, Pennsylvania, California, New Jersey, just to name a few. That would have been devastating for your business and the market center's business, because that pipeline that we start to build up in those early spring months. I know we're talking about winter, but that's really our spring market as we start to build our pipeline and we start to close things out. Would have been completely cut off. And there would have been deals that would not have survived a couple months shutdown. And that's what happened in other states. So this is not a political statement. This is a realtor party statement that the reason that we were considered essential is a lot of work that's been done at the state level by our association. They do a great job there. One of the most important things that our association can do for us as realtors is be that liaison with the government. And if you track it, the Realtors Association, Minnesota Realtors Associations, is one of the biggest lobby groups that is out there. And so if you can ever get a chance to donate to the Realtor Party, which is RPAC, I would suggest that you do that. A lot of you don't know, but behind the scenes, leading up to Governor Walz's statement as to who was going to be essential and who was not, myself and many other people in Keller Williams were in touch with Chris Galler down at the state regularly, having conversations about why it was important for us to continue to move forward as realtors. That people weren't just buying homes because they wanted to move up and have a better place to live. It's because they needed a place to live. There's many situations that dictate why somebody needs a place to live, not just because they want to. So fortunately, we were able to stay in business. We were able to continue to move along. But during that stay-at-home order, we know that the business dropped off. It dropped off significantly. We didn't know what the year was going to turn out to be like at all. I was kind of looking at it that maybe in May and June, as that stay-at-home orders took place in April, that we would see months that were maybe comparable to a December and a January, where the business really drops off. And we're trying to prepare everybody, at the Market Center for that as well. We really got busy in doing, daily updates with the ALC and with Andy, trying to stay in front of everybody. And in June, the market started to come back to life a little bit. And in July, it really started to pick up momentum. In August, we started to post record months for the Market Center. Every month from August, September, October, November, and December, for closed units, closed volume, written units, and written volume, we posted year-over-year records for every one of those months for the Market Center, and did a great job. And that all comes back to you, that you were relentless and you didn't want to give up. In the face of a challenge, you all stepped up and you went out and worked it. You were essential. We didn't have any major catastrophes, at the Market Center or with anybody associated with the Market Center. Fortunately, everybody played it safe. So how did the year end up for us? Well, we had another record year. We welcomed 57 new recruits into our Keller Williams Roseville family. We ended the year we're going to end the year at a record 172 agents. We haven't wrapped up, by the way, so a couple of these numbers might be off by a few units or something, so kind of bear with me. Carrie's going to work through transmittal process today, but we've gotten pretty close to the numbers. So closed units for the year, we set a record 1,449 closed units for the year, up 11%.
Oh,
Awesome.
big deal.
That is a big deal. That is the first time, by the way, that we've surpassed 1,400 units in a year. So 1,449. Closed volume, 432 million in closed volume. That, by the way, is a record. So we had an increase of 11% on units, and the volume outpaced the units by almost double. We had a 19% increase in closed volume. Fantastic job. Record, by the way. We'd never surpassed 400 million before. There's very few real estate offices in the state of Minnesota, very few, that close more than 400 million in a year. Here's where we've got an area of opportunity, and this is in listing units. We had a fantastic December. We actually doubled the number of listings in December of 2020 over December of 2019. So we're going to finish out the year with right around 700 listings, but we had a 0% increase in listings. Well, that's a symptom of the market, right? The listings are not plentiful right now. We are starting to see some signs that the year-over-year listings are increasing, so we'll see how that goes. We had a listing volume of 206 million for the year. Fantastic. So written units. Now remember, we had a big dip in April, May, in June. Came back to life in August, and we started a full records year over year for that each one of those months. Every month was a record for written units and written volume, and closed units and closed volume. So written units, we had 1,547 written units for the year. That was a 12.4% increase and a record. So fantastic.
Excellent.
First time that we went over 1,500 written units in a year. And again, there's very few real estate offices that write that many units in a year. Written volume, 466 million in written volume. That's a 22% increase, 22%. That's huge. And again, outpacing the units by almost double. GCI, now why is GCI? So gross commission income. Why is that important? Because that's your money, right? We have a limited opportunity because of the cap at the market center. You have an unlimited opportunity as an agent to earn as much as you want. Once you hit that cap, that's where you stop paying the market center. 12 million in commissions for the year. We hadn't passed 10 million before. And this year we break 12 million. And that's a 20.8% increase. So you got a 20.8% increase in a raise, basically. And that is a record. And profit share, hold with me on this one because we haven't transmitted yet. I believe we're going to set another record. It's going to be close. 145,000 in profit share. That should be a record as well. Fantastic. Great year.
Yay.
Great job, everyone. So here's the good news. 2020 was the best year to be in real estate ever. What do I mean by that? We did not close a record number of units, but we closed a record amount of volume. We get paid on volume. That means that there was more commission dollars available in 2020 than there ever has been before, okay? And in 2021, here's a prediction from Dr. Yoon, the chief economist for the National Association of Realtors, that closed units will be up by 9% in 2021. That is a huge number, by the way. And he has the best crystal ball, has always had the best crystal ball in terms of what's been happening. I think Gary Keller and his team and his economists are right up there with them because they've got the Keller Real Estate Research Institute at Baylor University that Gary funded himself to provide data back to Keller Williams and the real estate industry as a whole. But 9% is a big number. And remember, that the volume greatly outpaced the units. So if we have an increase of 9% on units, that volume is probably going to be double, which means that we have an opportunity again to see another big increase as long as we go out in commissions, as long as we go out and we do the work, right? As long as we go out and get our unfair share, we will have the ability to set records again in 2021. So not only is existing going to be up by 9%, they're predicting new construction will be up by 23%. 23% is an astronomical number, because if you double that for the volume, there's even more opportunity out there on the new construction side. So, and we get a
Who are making these predictions?
Dr. Yoon, National Association of Realtors, Chief Economist.
Thank you.
Yep. So not Todd Hay. Just want to make that clear. I'm not that good. So I think that this is fantastic. Obviously, we've got some uncertainty, coming at us. New strains of the virus, getting people vaccinated. I would just say let's remain optimistic. Let's remain optimistic that we can do what Dr. Eunice presented to us and projecting for 2021. And let's hope that the vaccination rollout ramps up, and it will. This is life. You start something and you learn and you fail and you learn and you get it right. That maybe we're out of this mess by mid-year. And again, I want to remain optimistic, but let's stay safe as well. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's make sure that we're doing the things that we can do to make sure that we're safe and that others are safe around us. What else can we do to make 2021 a great year? Set goals and track your goals. If anybody needs a great tracking spreadsheet, I've got one. I'll send it over to Andy and Heather. Basically, it's got all the categories that you should be tracking in your business. At the end of the month, all you got to do is simply go to your multi-year trends report that Keller Williams generates for you as an individual agent, and just plug the numbers into it. So you can look at that and you can plug your numbers in so that you know how you're doing. And right below that in the spreadsheet is just a simple business plan of how somebody could make $250,000 a year going on 5 appointments per month. And it has everything broke down so you can look at that and decide what your plan is. You can set your plan and then you can track your plan. So set goals and track your goals. Commit to self-mastery. Why even bother being in real estate if you're not going to try and be the best that you can be, right? Go out and commit to self-mastery. And that might mean, getting into a place that, being uncomfortable and getting into more education than you have been before, but get out there and commit to self-mastery. Be the best fiduciary agent to your clients. Be the best. Put their needs and their wants and their goals and their desires, as long as they're legal, put them ahead of whatever your goals are. Let's go out too and show respect to everybody. This year is a rough year. There's a lot of battling going back and forth, and you saw it on social media. My opinion's better than your opinion. My party's better than your party. Stop it. Let's stop it. Let's go out and show respect to everybody. By the way, do all of your co-op agents show you the respect that you deserve? No, they don't. They don't. And you know what? They're probably with the wrong company and they don't talk about this stuff and they don't hold it to be important. There's a lot of cowboy companies out there and we're not one of them. Let's go out and show respect to people. Let's show respect to our clients. Let's show respect to the staff. Let's show respect to our co-op agents. And then ask great questions about your business. I just heard recently that somebody left our office at Roseville because they did not know after 2 months how to use the MLS. I'm going to just guess that this person, this individual, never asked the question, how do I use the MLS? Because had they asked that question would have gotten answered. So The better the quality of the question that you ask about your business, the better the quality of your business. So continue to ask great questions and continue to do all the things that it's going to take this year. Go out and do the work, and let's make 2021 a record year.
Amen.
All right.
Amen. I'm in on that.
All right. That's all I've got, Heather.
Nice, thank you.
Thanks, Todd.
Thanks, Todd.
All right, guys. Well, while we are hearing from the amazing Todd Hay, I did a random name picker in the app for the 30 agents. I did not include leadership on that for the $5 coffee cards. So thank you to everybody who was early and on time today, and Jan McFall, John Oneman, and Jeannie Nix. I will be sending you some coffee cards.
Nice.
Awesome, great job, guys.
Well done.
We're at
That's
right
good.
now 56. Steve Highland, we've passed the 50.
Yeah, well, I was way light.
Yes, you were. So we're at 56. Awesome.
Very nice.
All right, you guys. Well, just a really quick reminder before we jump into the ALC and the mastermind of our Rosie's Virtual Awards Dinner. So we are going to make this a really fun virtual experience for you guys this year. So if you haven't yet, please make sure to RSVP. I'll start getting annoying with the emails and the links for you guys to RSVP. And we will be providing you with a take and bake meal. So you can choose a pizza, and that's for you. And then anybody that you're gonna have at your house, so your family, your kids, anybody is welcome to participate. So let us know how many pizzas you need. And then if you would like an adult beverage, you may choose that as well. And then how that's gonna work, I'll send out the details down the road here, but the day of the event, we'll have you guys pop into the market center that morning/afternoon to pick up your pizza, pick up your award, and then we're going to have the backdrop set up so you guys can take a picture there. And if you want to bring your team for a picture as well, let's coordinate a time just so we can make sure that everyone is social distance. So if you guys have any questions, let us know, but we'll be having a lot more of those details start rolling out here.
And make sure you get your family included with this for these awards. Have them join you so that they're in the video with you. They're on the Zoom. Dress up if you want. Make a big event of it because it's going to. We're going to do some great stuff.
I'm definitely dressing up.
Mhm.
I need an excuse to dress up.
She has
A lot of leggings this year.
She's going prom dress now.
All right.
All right, now we are going to do a welcome to our 2021 ALC. So we're going to hop over. This one. All right. There we go. So hopefully we've got most everybody on the call, but here is your 2021 ALC. So let's first of all just give all of them a round welcome. Let's just give them a big. This is a great, just a great place to be for these people. You know, this shows their dedication and their hard work to their business, to Keller Williams, and to everybody in our market center. So we just want to give them a warm welcome, as well as we're going to open it up and let them. We're going to open it up and let them do a little bit of talking with us, kind of sharing with us what it means to them to be on the ALC here with us, as well as we'll kind of go into some other stuff after we just hear from them. So let's start it off with Amy. Are you on the phone or on the Zoom?
I am, yes.
Awesome. We'll let you
Hi,
start.
everyone.
Hi, Amy.
I am Amy Grenier. This is my second year on the ALC. 2020 was a little odd to be on an ALC. I'm looking forward to pulling everyone back together again for 2021. And like I told Heather and Andy during my interview, my main focus is us getting out into our community and causing some changes for the people whom we serve. So that's my goal on the ALC. It's an honor to serve on it again. I feel very fortunate. And if you've got any suggestions, or if you want to help me help others, let me know.
Amy, that's a great set of goals you've got. I'd love to talk to you about some ideas. This is Steve.
Awesome. I love it. Thank you.
Thank you so
Amy.
much, Amy. And Annie, I see you're on the call. Are you able to tune in? She's also in sunny Florida right now.
Hello, everyone. This is Annie. I am a first-year ALC member, and I would say that my priority would be to kind of help with leadership and development of new agents. I started with a different KW this year, and a big reason why I switched offices is because I felt like the other one lacked training and development for new agents. So I just want to make sure that we continue to be the great office that we are and offer all of the amazing training and opportunities and making sure that new agents feel like they are supported.
Great goal, Annie.
I
Thank
love
you,
that, Annie.
Yes.
Thank you.
Let's go to Jane. I think.
Jane?
See?
Jane Conkey?
Yes, hello.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Good to see you.
Nice to see you too. So this is my third year starting on the ALC, and I've gotten a lot out of it personally for my business. I've enjoyed helping new agents and answering questions. I could, we could step that up a bit. So, if the person who left our market center who didn't understand the MLS had reached out, I would have taken the time same day to help them through that. So I just like the being around people who are also motivated about their business and serious about their business. And it's been really good. I get a lot out of it, and I'm in it for another year.
Yeah, and is this your third year?
I'm starting my fourth year.
Fourth year.
Oh,
Yeah,
Well, thank you
September
for your
September
continued-
started my fourth year.
nice job, Jane.
Thanks.
Jane, thank you. So proud to have you on our team. Mr. Chad Hare?
Morning, good morning.
Hello.
Calling from the Jeep Grand Cherokee at the Starbucks, my mobile office today.
Like a venti skinny caramel macchiato.
Yeah, I'm going
You
light
think?
sugar on the ice. Yeah. I just wanted to congratulate everyone. I mean, I've seen a transition and a transformation of the Roseville office over the years. It's been amazing, and it starts at the top with Todd, operating partnership, our leadership, and the agents too. So I'm just really proud of everyone for the growth. My focus this year is passive income. So I can help in two ways. I can help both sharing how I built my profit share, but then also I just hit the $262,000 mark in terms of paying referrals to KW agents for commercial deals. So that's referrals to KW agents over the last 6-7 years that I've been with KW. And so I'm excited to continue to share that with everyone this year, and specifically profit share too, and help us get us to what, Andy, 300 agents, 300 plus agents, $1 billion
Yes.
in production or sales. And I'm super excited about it. I'm hitting my 7th year. I think I'm 7 years with KW. So, I've really learned a lot in terms of building multiple streams of income from Todd and Andy and others within the company, and would love to share that this year with everyone.
Excellent.
Thank you, Chad.
Yep.
What else did we see? I think I saw
GJ?
AJ. Yep.
Veterans as they do. For all of you that have served in the military or have relatives that have served in the military, we're just so grateful for their service and so fortunate to be in the country that we're in.
There we go.
All right.
All right, GJ, are you able to chat with us for a couple minutes? I think she was at her daughter's doctor's appointment. So, well, thank you for listening in. John Oneman, are you on the call?
Oh, there we go. Can you hear me?
I can
There
hear
we
you.
go.
Wonderful. So thank you, everyone. Yeah, so I joined the AOC for a couple of reasons. I think the two main goals that I'm going to be pushing for in 2021 have to do with, one, growth within the market center. But as most of you guys know, 2020 was my first full year as a licensed agent. I began in the middle of 2019. And one of the things that I think is very powerful is making sure that we have systems put in place and really a good understanding for new agents coming in, to make sure that they understand the steps necessary to be successful. And if there's anything that I can do to help that transition, that's really my goal. And obviously learn more about the market center, as I'm kind of a Highland Park native. I'm not at Roseville as much. So part of this for me as well was to dig into the culture a little more so at Roseville and be a bigger part of the community.
Excellent, John.
We are
Sean.
so excited to have you. Karen Collins.
Well, good morning.
Well, hello.
Hi, Karen.
Hey, I'm Karen Collins. I've been an agent for 15 years, and I believe this is my 5th run on the ALC, non-consecutive. Normally, because I've been productivity coach, I focus when I'm on the ALC with that. However, I think with 2020 being a really tough year for a lot of us, most of us, and being that 90% of our business is mindset, my focus here will be on the culture and helping my fellow agents, including myself, to have the right mindset and be in the, as much as possible, the proper mental health, and making sure that we all have that support to be successful. Because I know, at least for me, mindset's a big deal. And if I'm feeling down or I'm isolated, which a lot of us are, that can play a huge role in our motivation. So I could really use some help this year in terms of doing some outreach to our fellow agents in the market center to make sure that we're all getting that mental and emotional support.
Great goals.
Love it.
Awesome. Thank you so much. All right, let's go with, I think, Molly Irish. Do we have you? Are you able to jump on?
It's frozen.
Oh, she's frozen?
Can you hear me now?
We can hear you
Good.
now.
Hi, Molly.
Okay. Well, I'm at a gas station, Horse Creek, Wisconsin, so it's a miracle I'm even able to be on a call. So I've been a realtor for almost 20 years, and this will be my 2nd time on the ALC. I am a pretty heavy virtual agent, so it's hard for me to stay connected to the office, and I'm hoping that being on the ALC will have me feel more connected to the office. One of the goals for me with being on the ALC is the mastery of command. I know that there's a lot of great stuff about command, and what I do know I really like a lot, but I really want to expand on all of the things command does, and I want to be able to help other people in the office do it as well. I am tech savvy. It's really just figuring out the time to sit down and figure all that out. And so that's kind of my goal for this year. And that's all I have to say.
Awesome. I love it. I love command and tech savvy. So great. Thank you.
Excellent.
I think, I thought I saw Nick. Nick, do you?
Hello.
Oh, right. I don't, right there. All right, Nick.
All right, hi, I'm Nick Mansur. 2021 is going to be my 5th full year of real estate. I've been at Keller Williams Integrity Roseville all 5 years, and every year I've been at this market center, it's become more and more abundantly clear that I'm at the right place and surrounded by the right people.
No more April Fool's jokes.
Yeah. And, part of my focus this year that I really wasn't able to implement last year with the pandemic, I want to help newer agents realize the resources and the training and all the tools that you have to succeed, because they really are there. I mean, the old adage, if I can do it, you can do it. I like to consider myself an example of, just what this market center can do for people. I still have a ton to learn. Don't get me wrong, but it's all there and the resources are there. Nobody's going to do it for you, but we're in the right place to get your career off the ground. So.
Well said, Nick.
Awesome. All right, who do we have next? Randy, are you on the Zoom with us?
Yes, I am on the call. Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Hi, Randy.
Awesome. Hey, I'll be the bane of Carrie's existence in 2021 because she'll send me multiple reminders about things and say, did you? And I'm like, okay, finally after the fifth request for information, I'll get back. So I'll say to anybody on the call and to the agents in general who might be listening to the replay or whatever that if you want to get through to me, it might take several opportunities, several tries, but just think of it as prospecting, right? Trying to prospect for Randy's time. Just keep on trying. So in any case, just listening to the conversations that we've had so far, it's, quite frankly, I can't even imagine being at another brokerage or another real estate firm. Keller Williams has just been so supportive for me, my family, and my business over the last couple of years. It's just amazing. I could not imagine going anyplace else. But real quick, my wife and I, we have 5 kids, 18-year-old and 14-year-old sons, 11-year-old, 8-year-old, and 2-year-old little daughters. One of the things that I wrote down here is that my wife and I, we've been married for nearly 24 years. And I've said over that period of time that, and I've said this to my direct reports and my indirect reports that, for as long as my wife and I have been with each other, I don't know what she's thinking unless she tells me what's going on. And so I would say the same to all the other agents or people on the ALC as well, is like, if you have something going on, let me know. And I'm happy to try to share any insight or help in any way possible. I really don't know a whole lot about many things, but I know a little bit about a lot of things. So, if there's anything that I can help you out with, please don't hesitate to holler. One of the hobbies that I got into that consumed a great deal of my life in 2020 anyway was launching a podcast. I have 7 podcasts published right now with another probably 20 that I have to publish starting next week. So I've had the opportunity to interview a great number of high thought leaders and great business leaders, not the least of which is Todd on the call, and Andy, and maybe even a couple other people's within the brokerage, but certainly I've had the blessing of being able to chat with a lot of really, really smart people. So if I can share any of that information with you guys, I'm happy to do so. So let me know.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Randy. Appreciate it. All right. And I think Sandy Steiner.
Yes, I'm here. Good morning, everyone. I am new to the ALC, first year on, so it's going to be a very steep learning curve, and I am thrilled and excited I have the opportunity to serve with so many great agents. I'm just so impressed. I'd like to really be involved with giving. I'm most excited about giving back to the community and also the office. While I've been in the business 22 years and have a lot of insight from past years, I am actually pretty new to KW and really new. Of the 22 years, only 3 have been at KW. And then the Voss Harwood team just moved over to Roseville at the end of the year in 2019. And then, of course, 2 months, and we were mostly working from home. So I haven't had a chance to meet so many people in the Roseville office. I'm looking forward to the opportunity to give back to both the office and the community. And I really love working with new buyers and new agents. I would love to help any new agents with transitioning into the business in any way I can. And that's going to be my goal. And really looking forward to it and learning from all of you. 22 years in the business, but still much to learn.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Sandy. Well, thank you. And again, welcome to our 2021 ALC.
Thanks, you guys. It's going to be a great year.
All right, we are going to switch roles here a little bit, and we are going to kind of be opening it up to get our hearing from you guys and hearing from, so this is everybody, not just our ALC, not just your leadership, but we want everybody to kind of take a minute, give us kind of a quick, if you will, kind of what you want to share with us on your 2020 takeaways and what you're going to do maybe in 2021 to make this your year, to make it a little bit different. So let us know. Jump in. Who's going to be first? Who's just going to give us a quick heads up on this? I'll call on someone. All right, Paul. Is Paul Olson on the Zoom?
Yes, ma'am.
Here we go. See, I knew it. All right,
Thank you very much. I'm honored to be here and have something to say. I guess I'll say what we all kind of know already, and that is that 2020 taught us in our personal lives and in business just how important it is to help one another, and that we truly are a global community. What's happening at some remote, exotic place across the world truly does impact us all. And so we can take that boil it down into a focus on our sphere. Our sphere really needed us, our community really needed us this year, and we all needed each other. And so the biggest lesson from 2020 that I learned, helped by my team, especially the Odd Couple team, is that the more we help others, the more we help ourselves. Thank you.
Love it, Paul.
Yes, thank you, Paul.
Yeah.
100%, sir. That was my takeaway from 2020. I've always been passionate about helping others, but truly, you do not find happiness in life until you can combine your company with helping others. Yes, I know that helping people move into houses is helping others, but there's more to it than that. So, and Odd Couple, you've been an inspiration this year. So thank you for all being exceptionally amazing.
Thank you.
One of the takeaways that I picked up this year was, they always say politics is local. We've been taught that real estate is hyper local, right? So it was important that I kept in front of my clients that the national news and the national situation when it came to their need as far as buying or selling wasn't completely relevant to what they needed to do, that I needed to recenter them into what's going on in Minnesota, what's going on with the economy in the Twin Cities, things like that, because too often the national message was creeping into and affecting what their goals were and what they wanted to accomplish. So, again, reminding my folks and then seeing how big of a role it played in reminding them the real estate is hyper local.
Thank you, Isaac.
I'll piggyback off of that. This is Annie, and just say that knowledge is power. So providing our sphere with knowledge is really great. And something that we could take advantage of is just the SPAR statistics. So something that I've personally done is just make sure that every month and every week when those are put out, that I share them to my sphere on my social media, to different Facebook groups and things like that, because it's a free resource that all agents have, but not many take advantage of.
Great point. Well,
Can I see some?
Go ahead, Caroline.
I can't even see myself, so it's very weird. It's so I'm just going to play this line. Good morning, everyone. This is Sharline Vaz. I'm the CEO of the Vaz Harwood team. I'm also the Social Equity Task Force Ambassador for Keller Williams North Central region. One of the biggest things that 2020 taught me was we have shitloads of work to still do when it comes to equity and diversity. I mean, our cities, we saw what was happening. On the real estate front, how realtors of color are feeling as a Social Equity Task Force Ambassador. One of the things you all don't see, what I do is every week, it's more of a volunteer position. There are two of us who are representing North Central region. There's Radine, Foot, and me. I, on my own, spend about 8 hours per week just voluntarily on this. And I'm on meetings every week discussing how we can make Keller Williams a safer space for realtors of color, how we can find better leadership positions for people, for realtors from minority positions to minority backgrounds to step forward and take up leadership positions. I love to dig into numbers. I know I'm from India and it's expected, but in this case, it was extremely horrifying for me to see that very often it's just the simplest of stuff, right? The positions come up in the leadership roles come up, but very often we hear about them after they have already been filled. So all of us realtors, at least 85% of the realtors of the ambassadors are from different. 85 of them, I believe, are Black realtors. I think we have we have about 10% who are Hispanic realtors, and then there are realtors from other minority communities, and I'm the only Indian out there. So one of the things we've been trying to deep dive is to understand how many realtors are there from different backgrounds. This is important for Keller Williams if change needs to be made. I'm also on a subtask team, which is strictly because I have an MBA. They put me in a leadership roles for minority realtors. That's a separate subtask team, and that subtask team we have demanded, we asked and then we demanded of Keller Williams KWIR that we need to have a diversity director. So the only reason all of y'all have not heard too much from me is because for the past 8 months that I've been appointed, all of us, all 62 ambassadors have been meeting, discussing stuff, discussing solutions, and hearing nothing from KWIR. Because they are up there, they have to run things through their lawyers, and it got very, very frustrating. And the one thing that we asked for was we need a diversity director. There was a little bit of a pushback from upper leadership who said, hey, we are thinking of doing that in 2 years. And we said, bullshit. I was one of them. I just put my foot down and I said, no, we need to be talking about getting a director this year. So apparently in the second quarter, a diversity director will be appointed. One more thing, throughout these past 8 months, even though we have spent so much of emotional labor time away from our family, time away from our business, and please understand, this is all voluntary. This is 8 hours per week. That's a lot of time. But when you get passionate about something, you don't count, right? But it got very frustrating finally in late November, early December, when we kept not hearing back from KWIR. And finally, another thing we pushed for is to have an audience directly with Gary Keller. That is happening tomorrow. So for the first time, I'm going to be meeting him along with the 62 other ambassadors. As I find out more, I will keep you guys in the loop. We have some very exciting plans, especially for the leadership group. I would like, Heather, if I can connect with you later on, at least once a month, I would like to debrief. I think if at least the Roseville office takes the lead, the other brokerages will, because that's another frustrating thing. A lot of brokerages, depending on who owns it, they won't even, they are taking this very lightly. And I think one of the biggest reasons we asked Gary Keller to come to this meeting was because, yes, he was on stage talking about diversity and he's all in, blah, blah, blah. But well, guess what? I've been hearing complaints and reports on racism. I get calls from realtors all across the United States. In fact, I had to fly down in November. No one knew about it, but I had to fly down because there was just a similar situation in South Carolina, and I had to go support the ambassador out there. But once a month, I would like to now give us put in a report, and let's just discuss this offline. Thank you. Thank you all for your time and for letting me speak more than 5 minutes.
Of course. Thank you, Sherilyn.
Thank you.
Well, Heather, I want to plug not only the record month that we had for December, with 11 new people joining our market center. We also have, I won't isolate them on the call, but we have a couple of agents as recruits that might be joining us, and we're excited about. So unless they want to speak up and introduce themselves, I won't put them on the spot. But really excited about how many people we have on this call here this morning. I think this might be a better format and a better time, and so very encouraging going into the new year. We want to get as many people on these meetings and calls. Hopefully we'll be back maybe this year. Let's hope to being able to do live meetings, but very encouraging. And so we're looking forward to having a big year here, and couldn't be more excited with the numbers that Todd presented this morning. I mean, it's just really great to see Roseville and St. Paul growing these last 3 years. And that's just a testament to every one of you guys on this call, all of our leadership team, all the way up to Todd. I mean, I just really appreciate everybody. And it's a fantastic finish to 2020. And I'm excited about 2021.
Oh. Yeah, thank you, Andy. Does anybody else have any takeaways to share? This was, although we were, in a pandemic and everything via Zoom, we had so many incredible trainings. Crazy to think that we are all together just for family reunion this last year. Now we're all coming together again. But what are maybe some takeaways from some of the trainings that you participated in that you're going to be implementing into your business this year as well? Any tips, tools, tricks, especially for some of the newer agents on our call?
For me, one of the big things is just going back to the basics of the KW tools, of the GPS, the one-page business plan to get clarity on what your goals are and what your big rocks and priorities are, and then do a weekly 411 with someone who can hold you accountable. I've seen tremendous growth within my team and the agents I'm mentoring. If we touch base every week, we have specific tasks that are getting done every week. And don't complicate it. Break it down to what specifically are you going to do today, tomorrow, every week. And it's not, I mean, it's on the other side of boredom is greatness, right? So just make sure you do the little things every single day. And, we continually say that, but it's so true, especially today when you're isolated outside of the office. Find that quiet space to make your phone calls, add to your database, and do that blocking and tackling that gets you to your ultimate goals. So, I mean, that's been really the foundation of the success for a lot of people I've worked with and my team. And, that's the one piece of advice I could give everyone right now.
My biggest piece of advice, be involved. All right. I know that 2020 made it hard, right? But we've got Heather and the office staff that continued to put out amazing meetings and teachings. And there was even happy hours for a while, just for people to connect. And I totally do agree. There was a comment about, don't you think it's our responsibility to make sure that new agents are okay and not blame them that they didn't know something? Yes and no. If you're a new agent and you have a question, there's so many amazing agents. Reach out to us. We are willing to help you out. But you know what? There's a lot of you. And yes, we do check in with you. I know that us on the ALC, we send out emails. We connect with you on Facebook. If you have a question, ask us. Get involved. That's my big thing. I joked on this meeting and I said, hey, if you want to know the secret to success, come to the meeting. That's the secret. There is no secret. Be involved. KW is set up for you to succeed. So be involved. I can't wait to meet you all in person.
I would
give the
absolutely agree
hugs.
with that. Yep. I think it's very important. The one thing that was very notable for me last year in 2020 was to stay consistent, focus on your mental health, be a part of the community, whether it's your local community or the Keller Williams community, and make sure that you take care of yourself and have fun. Because at the end of the day, if you're focusing solely on your 411 transactions, volume, yes, those are very important, but you also have to focus on yourself and make sure that you are in a good mental place to be able to handle the workload that you're pushing yourself towards. So if you're, figure out what it takes for you to be happy while you're pushing through your career, and you're going to have a much better time. When I was in a better mental place, my productivity skyrocketed. And so I figured out what I needed to do to make sure that I was in a good mental place and I was surrounding myself with successful people that were all pushing the same culture. And we did better. When we're all in better spirits, when we're all working together, we're going to do better. We're going to have more fun. We're going to make more money, and we're going to make our market center better.
Well said, and cut yourself some slack too. I mean, we've, I think we're hard on ourselves consistently because we're all overachievers, but we want to slow down and look at the successes. And I think this has given us an opportunity to slow down a little bit and enjoy it. But have fun. That's a great point.
I think for me, 2020 was learning a lot about how to be solution oriented and problem solvers. If we worked with people this last year, we learned that we probably worked with a variety of people that maybe didn't feel the exact same way we did about everything, because there was a lot of wild topics that came up in this last year. And our job, in my opinion, is to figure out, especially through this pandemic, what was important to them, what made them feel safe, and make that play out for them in their real estate transaction. And the thing that's so interesting is that's not the same for anybody, really. And their comfort levels are all different. And so what was cool about that is we got to come up with solutions that would work for each person. In tons of different ways, like logistically and physically, but also just in a sense of safety and what we could do for them as far as showings and moving, and if they're present and open houses. It came up in every aspect of the transaction. And I think one of those things that I learned, I knew this, but really learned, is the power of asking questions is so important in the level of service that we can provide for each client. Systems are important for sure, but your system's not more important than giving service that is important to your client and is tailored to your client. And we can have systems as framework, but it doesn't necessarily mean that we're not getting to know our clients, figuring out what's important to them, and tailoring our service in a way that makes this a great experience for them, however they fall on that spectrum, whether it's where you are or not where you are. In my mind, that's our job. So the cool thing about that is that applies to everything. The pandemic just made it a hot topic to be able to figure those things out. So going into 2021, remembering the questions that I asked, figuring out what other questions I could ask to really get to know my clients better, figure out what's super important to them, and tailor their real estate experience in a way that makes it something that is less stressful and more enjoyable for them.
All right.
So, all right, I'm unmuted. Sorry, guys. I keep losing my mouse here. Whoops. Sorry.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, Brock.
I don't know what's going on, guys. I'm sorry. I'm getting click happy here. All right. Does anybody else have anything that they wanted to share today?
I'll say one thing really quick. It's piggybacking off of what Amy and Brooke have already said. I mean, this 2020 taught me, and the years I've been in this have really taught me, in Keller Williams, they say success is simple, but not easy. We have the resources here for you to succeed, but nobody's going to do anything for you, right? we're here. Our job on the ALC is to point you in the right direction, make sure that, you know, you feel empowered to do things, but ultimately you're the one that has to pick up the phone. You're the one that has to figure out, I don't know who that individual is, but, you know, ask the question if you don't know how to get on the MLS, or if there's something you're not sure about. If you ask it, you will get an answer, but it has to start with you having the agency and the initiative to go out and do it. I mean, 5 years ago, I was in Shannon Janko and Meg Highland's office every day, probably driving them nuts, but you know, in hindsight, that's okay, because that's what they were there for, and that's what the ALC is here for you now. So if there's anything you're not totally clear on and you're a newer agent, do not hesitate to reach out.
I would like to urge all the realtors at our office. This is Sherline Vaz. All of you all should know me by now. I'm originally from India, and I think by my accent, you guys know that I'm not even originally to this. I came to the States 24 years ago. It's only after I came to the States that I realized I was a color. When I was appointed the Social Equity Task Force Ambassador, I took that role very seriously, because if you guys have seen me on social media, I'm very passionate about equity and diversity, and I'm out there protesting with the people who need it most. I would like to personally see all us Keller Williams realtors, because I'm hearing a lot of complaints from all across the United States, at least at our brokerage, to see all the non-BIPOC realtors at least reach out to the realtors of color and ask, how are you doing? What can I do? Can I get you a coffee? How are you doing? Or even, I know we can't do hugs and all that, but a lot of it, this is a very tough time to be a BIPOC realtor. I get it that we talk about, I promise you, we will. I had a lot of realtors from my past brokerage reach out to me, ask me, why was I talking up? Why was I talking about Black Lives Matter? Why was I very open and vocal about equity, diversity, and having human rights justices? And guess what? A lot of people also told me your business is going to suffer. Well, you know what? I said, that's okay. It doesn't matter. You have to do what's right, right? But when realtors did that to me, imagine how demoralizing that was. So I highly urge you guys, as your ambassador for the North Central region, to at least at our office, let us make it a point to at least reach out to the BIPOC realtors at our brokerage, because I know for a fact it's not happening. I know it's not happening at the other brokerages. So that's one of the things I'm doing. In fact, in the next few months, I plan to fly to Montana and Wyoming, because there are only 2 brokerages out there, and man, those reps out there are so lost by themselves. I have to deal with a lot of agents who basically just cry and say no one gives a shit about us, other than our volume and units. So please, if you see a realtor of color, whether it's Keller Williams, Coldwell Banker, whatever, it doesn't matter. Reach out and just say how you're doing, or just send them a card or flowers if you can afford it. Thank you.
Thank you, Sherline. I appreciate you and all of your knowledge and speaking with us on this really important topic. So I'm excited and looking forward to what we can do as a market center as well. Does anybody else have anything they'd like to share before we wrap up today?
I know I talk too much.
Not at all.
I thought that was an awesome idea. And thank you, Sherline, to send them notes and letters and just ask out for coffee. So thank you for that suggestion. And I will be doing that, lady.
Awesome. All right.
Thank you, Amy. You're one of the few I know who has my back.
All right, you guys. Well, thank you so much for joining us. We hope that you will continue to pop onto these team meetings. We are going to have great content, and we have a lot of really exciting announcements to make at our team meeting next week as well. We have so many wonderful welcomes. I'm sorry we weren't able to get to that today, but we are looking forward to welcoming you next week, and some really exciting announcements for the Market Center, and some really good stuff coming your way. So
join us at 9 a.m. next Tuesday.
I love this new time, by the way.
Good, yay. Yeah, we were at 58 was our high. So awesome. So next week, keep passing the word. Go on Facebook, share with how great you felt things were and what you took away. And let's add at least 10 more, if not more than that, next Tuesday.
Yep, and we're working on nailing down our guest speaker for next week as well. So hopefully we'll have an exciting announcement on that for next week as well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you guys. Make it a great
Bye.
day.
Bye.
Thank you.
Hey.
Naya Saal Mubarak. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Woo!
I wish you in Hindi.